today we're doing suspension, specifically fitting, give me a minute. We're fitting these. Now these are BC Racing coilovers, adjustable coilovers, and they're they're way too overkill for what I want, but I like them. I like the look they look. Far too much auto Alex to buy anything else basically. Now there is more reasons to replacing coilovers than me just wanting to upgrade suspension and do more mechanical work. There is an actual benefit to it in driving as well. One reason I'm replacing the suspension is because of the top mounts. Now as you can see, the top mounts, they're rips. Well, you can see more on this one, but it's quite buggered. Now they're not meant to be like that. I'll see if I can find a photo online of what they're supposed to look like, but not like that. Obviously having adjustable metal top mounts will help with that massively, so let's get replacing. Now that I have the car on jack stands and have taken the wheels off and put them underneath, I have sprayed everything down with penetrant so that I have the best chance of getting all the nuts and bolts out. Now, as you can see, I've got the car in the air and the wheels off. Now what I believe, because I've never done this, I've got to take this part off, and this is the drop link, so I've to take it off the from the anti-roll bar, and there's 3 bolts at the top. Like that. I believe that's it. So it's just a pinch joint right there, and you've got the 2 drop links, or drop link ends. In this time lapse you can see me struggling to get the main pinch bar out for the bottom of the strut. I think the blowtorch was a little overkill, but I got there in the end by putting my jack handle over the ratchet to give me more leverage. Now this is my jack handle. If that slides over, yeah. Oh, yes. Shout out to Jack, he lent me this. There we are, it does work eventually. Rusty ass bolt. So I'm literally just gonna spray everything down with a 3-in-1 lube, so it comes out as easy as possible. I'll try that. Oh, that's interesting. Acid's just come off. That was. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Okay. I'm gonna get a 17mm spell. This seems like it's doing far too easily. So usually you'd have to stick an Allen key in there and hold it. Now, that's your drop link. So the BC kit does come with new drop links, and they look far better because they're all. Also, before I forget, make sure you disconnect your brake wear sensor. That's right there. So it's almost out. So just undid these 3 nuts. That's this one. Now this truck should hopefully just come out. Despite me making this look very easy, it actually took a lot of wiggling to get the strut out, and I had to put the top mount bolt back in to stop it from falling down. Make sure you don't break your brake wear sensor or your brake line. It's a boy! So just clean out as best as you can. Here's the new coilover. So it comes with new nuts. At this point, I feel like it's worth mentioning that each coilover is individual to the corner of the car, and it has its own orientation, so just make sure you get that right. Now, doesn't that look good? Now, this is an 18mm bolt. No reason why. It just is. So I've cleaned it up with wire brush a little bit, and now I'm going to put some copper grease on it, just so it doesn't seize if it needs to come out again. pop that in there. So that's actually got to go around the bolt. That's really annoying. So it could potentially. Yes. Okay, good. Now that bolt there is 81 Newton meters, so I'll get that done now. So you shouldn't see it move. I'm gonna let it go. Good. Now we can do the drop link. This is how the drop link comes. Got little like plastic caps. I don't think it matters which way it goes. So these have got no lock in them. Now this is quite difficult. I've had to undo the top bolts again. There we are. Right, that's all in. There it was 17. Okay, I was completely wrong. 17 now. Okay. Now these will have a torque setting as well. I'll put up on screen what they are. Now what you do is you get. Is that the right fit? Fucking hell, right try. You get a spanner. But you usually need to put the Allen key in there like that just to hold it. It's got an eye lock on it as well, so I'm not too worried about that coming undone. Right, I think that's this side done. Obviously we'll adjust it once it's all down and whatnot. Right, I believe this is the entire strut finished. We've got the two drop links or drill block ends there. Got the pinch bolt. See, it's nice in there. Got the brake lines and the speed sensor attached. There's the adjustment. We'll play with that later. And then we've got the dampers, and we've got the 3 lights on top. I think that's this side done. So I'll probably put the other side on time lapse. I'll show you that now. Now, in the first part of this time lapse, you can just see me struggling to get the nuts off the drop link ends, as they were so rusted the thread was just spinning with the nuts. I eventually got one end off, but the other side remained stubborn, even after trying to use my vice grip to hold the other end of the thread and undo it that way. But it didn't work, so I ended up taking the strut out with the drop link still connected. As you can see, the other bolts were much more forgiving, as the pinch bolt and the 3 nuts on top came out with ease. After the strut was removed, I cleaned the inside of the knuckle and replaced the old strut with a nice new BC Racing coilover. All was left to do was to tighten the pinch bolt to 81 Newton meters, the top mount nuts to 34 Newton meters, and the drop link nuts to 56 Newton meters. Now I believe that is this side done. So you've got the top bolts, and then you've got the drop link down there, and then you've also got the pinch bolt down there as well. So, right, I think that's it for this side. Right, now we're on the rear suspension. So we've got 2 bolts up there, you can just about see, and then we've got one there. Right, so oh no, it's gonna be too tight. So slip my jacket handle over it. Yeah. It's pretty tight. There we go. No, I just put copious amounts of oil on this. One of these, just lube them up. Hopefully that works. There we are. Right. See that one too bad, but it's all pretty stuck in there. That's because it's so rusty though. That's just these 2 bolts right there. Hang on. Now I'm just on the edge of taking this last bolt out, so you can see when it drops. she's out. So now we've got the new strut in here. Just need to bolt it up. Now to get the adjustability when you want, you need to drill a hole. And I'm not quite ready to do that yet, so I'm just going to set them midway. Right, so we got the 2 bolts in there done. They're torqued to 60 Newton meters, and that big ass bolt there, that is to 140 Newton meters. Now you actually turn up to the other side.
Right, I'm not going to lie, but I didn't realise that the top of the rear struts could move as much as they do. Basically, the top of the strut wasn't lining up flush with the body, and I was like, what's going on? But yeah, I figured out in the end, and obviously, as always, the second side didn't take nearly as long.
Well, thank you for watching me change my coilovers to a BC Racing coilovers. It was a lot easier than I expected, if I'm honest. So I've seen it done a lot of times on YouTube. Yeah, I think they drive a lot better than the original. I think there's a lot less body roll, and you can definitely keep a lot more speed through the corners without having to shit yourself, basically. Oh yes, since installing, I have lowered it by 5mm. I'm definitely going to go a bit lower because I think I can. Basically, I can go lower, and I think it'll look better. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.